Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the 8th episode of the Living Off Wi-Fi podcast. I'm your host, Pineapple, and I'm joined with our one and only Rel and Bobblecat. What's going on, my dudes? How are you guys doing this week?
Oh, I'm dying.
I'm Gucci.
Yeah,
Got that.
yeah. I see that you guys
coronavirus.
are. I see you guys are rocking like these awesome onesies. You guys make me feel good like that.
Couch up.
You be slipping, bro. You be slipping.
Yeah.
Didn't you get the
Bob,
memo?
Is that like a no?
We're
gonna have to
know
get
what
you-
memo. I think it's a dog.
I think it's a dog.
We're gonna
Bear.
have to get you an inflatable
Bear
pineapple
dog. It's
costume.
one of these things. Well,
Let me just get the left shark onesie, and I'll be fine with that.
All right.
But like I said, guys, welcome back to the 8th episode. I know this is the second time I said it, but fuck it. I love just doing cool intros and whatnot. But I appreciate you guys listening. I hope you guys enjoyed the previous episode. On this week's episode, we're going to talk about just like companies in general throttling internet speeds for people. GameStop is still up to more of their nonsense that, doesn't make any literal sense. And skill-based matchmaking in Warzone because our boy Nadeshot lost his shit a couple days ago on this. So I think that'll be something that I think we really need to talk about because it doesn't apply necessarily for Warzone, but for other games. Then if we have enough time, I'm not saying that we will, but if we have enough time, there's a glitch in Apex that could literally be like not necessarily game-breaking, but it can cause some issues. So, but a quick update basically on the world. I know that a lot of you guys are just hearing coronavirus this, coronavirus that, but I mean, this is literally like something new every day is coming. And at the time of this recording, the United States is the new epicenter of the world in terms of confirmed cases of coronavirus because our leaders are idiots and don't know. Well, they know what they're doing. They want to capitalize on people and make money, but basically, shit's still bad. Shit's still really fucking bad. Rel and Bob, like, how are you guys been holding up this past week in terms of like quarantine and coronavirus and all that?
I don't get to quarantine. I still go into 5 or 6 Walmarts, 8 Hy-Vees, a Target for work, all these places where there's hundreds of people, and people aren't fucking staying 6 feet away from each other.
The Walmarts are still packed?
Oh yeah, they're still packed.
Really?
And the people who are wearing masks are fucking stupid with them. Like, I saw a guy today, I was at the store picking up some stuff I needed, and saw this dude. He had 2 carts loaded full of groceries because he totally needs that much. 2, he was wearing a fucking painter's mask. That doesn't prevent anything. That doesn't stop viruses or bacteria or anything from getting into you. That stops you from inhaling toxic chemicals, and that's about it. And it's not even that great at it. So, I don't know what people are thinking.
I don't know. People would still think that these masks are going to prevent them from getting it, but all it does is prevent them from spreading.
Yeah, people
the
are
virus,
dumb.
but
I just keep seeing people with gloves and masks, and everybody I stop at is like, "Where's your mask and glove?" And I'm like, I'm not allowed to have one, so I don't scare you into thinking I have the virus."
what's your quarantine suit?
I mean, I've worn I've worn gloves a couple times I've gone out, but I mean that's really about it. Just due to the fact that can't be too careful, especially right now.
True.
Luckily, where we live, it's not as bad.
Well, it's getting there.
Luckily.
It's going up.
It's going up slowly. I think the last time I checked, there's like 60, 70 cases.
92.
92. Holy shit, that's 30 up from last week or 40.
And two people have died here.
That's not too bad, I guess.
No.
What about you, Bob? How's everything going for you?
I still go to work normally. We haven't pretty much the same thing as last time. We haven't done too much to only just clean our hands more, sanitize. Basically it.
Are you scared that you might get the Rona?
I mean, yeah. I was thinking about seeing if work can lay me off.
Just apply for those unemployment benefits, fam. You live in Canada, you'll be taken care of.
I'm more worried about them GameStop employees getting the coronas.
Right? So basically, since you're the one that told me about this story, I'll let you.
Oh my
I'll
God.
let you talk.
This
about
is
it.
so fucking stupid. This is like the stupidest thing I've ever read. So, specifically in Massachusetts right now, any non-essential place that doesn't need to be open is closed for business. GameStop is technically supposed to be closed according to the law in Massachusetts right now. Well, from a source from one of their stores, they're still open. They're doing what they call curbside delivery, which is you drive up, you pick up your game. But the way they do it is the fucked up part. So in an email that they got from corporate, it's like, wrap a plastic GameStop bag around your hand and tape it just lightly enough that you can get it back off. And take the credit card from the person who's coming to pick up the thing. Run the card with the bag still on your hand. Put the product in the bag and turn it back inside out so that the card and the product are inside the bag. And then hand it back outside the door to the person waiting outside. Like, what the fuck? A, you're breaking the law. B, you're probably going to get a whole bunch of your employees sick and you're forcing them to work when they're not supposed to be. Like, they're going to get in trouble too.
I mean, this is coming like literally right after GameStop announced that they're closing over 300 stores, like nationwide.
Yeah. So, out of greed or desperation to not go bankrupt, they're forcing their employees to work through this, even though they're non-essential.
Well, they've been saying that they are essential because people need their games for this for their quarantine.
No, that's why we have the internet. But that's not quite working anymore.
I mean, you guys know what's happening, right? In terms of like all these internet companies like Throttling.
Yeah, specifically Austin. I read his tweet.
Oh, really? What did Austin say?
Dude, he can't even stream. They throttled his internet so much.
What, really? Yo, let me go look at
They have throttled
I
his
need to get a
internet.
live reaction.
They have throttled his
Austin's
internet to the point where he is no longer able to stream, and he has apologized to his fan base. He's like, I can't stream anymore because of the throttling.
So Manny, future Manny editing this podcast, please throw up Austin's tweet on screen so that way the YouTuber
Yeah, I'll find it.
Can see it. So basically, those guys who are listening, Austin 10, our buddy that came on do our podcast a couple episodes ago, he basically tweeted out this is what it says. Well, just got told by my internet provider that I'm basically fucked. They're throttling all of our services out here, so I won't be able to stream at all. Currently, nothing I can do, so I'm sorry for the lack of stream, guys.
Yep.
And this is just literally like in the wake of Sony like announcing that they were gonna start throttling their speeds, their download speeds at least, just to conserve. What was it? The
bandwidth for everyone.
What the hell? There you go, bandwidth that they're trying to conserve for everybody. So those of you guys who don't know what throttling is, I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are listening do know what it is, but just in case you don't, when a company throttles you, specifically like ISPs, internet service providers, they are purposely slowing down your speeds so that way you're not getting what you're supposed to be getting. So, for example, like I pay for a 300 download and a 30 upload internet package, and then when I get throttled, they can bring me down to like 150 download and maybe like 10 upload. And you guys might think like, well, that's still a lot. You can still, do a lot of stuff with that. But you got to keep in mind, like, everybody's being quarantined right now or getting told to be quarantined. So you have, say an average family of 4, maybe mom is watching something on Netflix, dad is watching YouTube, and the 2 kids are playing, like one of them's playing Call of Duty, another one's playing like, Minecraft. So there goes like all your bandwidth. And then with all these internet companies starting to throttle people, a decent, experience is going to go to a shit experience. So I don't know how I feel about this. I think it's a good idea that companies are doing this, but at the same time, it's bad because I'm still getting charged for what I'm paying, like for my internet speeds.
Yep.
Luckily, I haven't seen any throttling, at least on my end. But I don't know. Like, have you guys noticed anything?
A little
Bob,
bit when I'm
Rel?
playing Call of Duty.
No,
I'll
I don't
notice
notice
like
anything.
intense lag spikes.
I don't.
Yeah, the lag spikes I can tell,
Well, it might be different.
especially in Warzone.
Might be different from.
I don't know if
here.
it's worldwide
Jesus
though.
Christ, that was bright.
But you have different ISPs.
Yeah.
But
But
I know for a fact,
I mean, we have
Austin and I have the same one.
Oh, you do?
Well, yeah, because Cox is from like the Midwest to like the West Coast.
yeah, and it's owned by AT&T, so
Well,
Is it owned by AT&T? I thought it was like Time Warner.
it's one of the two. I don't remember which one. I'd have to go look at my little flow chart of who owns who in this monopoly that we have.
I think we have Saxtel, so
Yeah. But on top of that, not only is Sony jumping on the throttling bandwagon, that's after the fact that YouTube said that they were going to stop allowing people to stream HD as standard. Netflix was going to stop allowing 4K streaming, even for people who are paying for it. So it all comes down to them just wanting to save money on not paying for the bandwidth themselves, even if you are.
I mean, I can understand them like throttling like people because there's technically more people now using their services.
Yeah, there's way more people.
So like that's understandable, like throttling. But if you're gonna throttle speeds, like if you're paying for the 4K package of Netflix, at least reimburse them for the extra money, or give them like a free month to compensate for that, or for however long you do it, compensate them.
Oh, you talking about that just reminded me about a post I saw about car insurance, how it's based off of driving and everything else. Mm-hmm. With nobody driving on the road, somebody suggested to insurance providers that they provide either a cut in the price of people's insurance or provide like a back payment for paying over what they are like paying for currently because they don't really need the coverage or whatever.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, to be completely honest, because it's starting to get to the end of the month and I have to pay my bills and all that. And I was thinking like, well, I've only driven literally 2 times this week. One time to go pick up Animal Crossing from Best Buy, and then the second time when you gave me like the energy drinks.
All the free energy drinks from work, yeah.
Yeah, so that's literally like the only times I've driven this week, and so maybe like an hour and a half worth of driving this entire week that I've done. And I'm like, well, should I pay for my insurance this month, or should I just let it like expire? Because I'm not really going anywhere. It's not like I even have any work meetings.
You don't want to let it expire, I'll be honest about that one. That one will fuck up your credit.
Who needs it?
Who needs it?
And when you start up a new package, it'll cost more.
Who needs it?
But I mean, we're all like in this weird situation.
Well,
not just us in general, but like companies too.
Not really me. Unfortunately, my job is driving, so it doesn't affect me there.
I mean, same thing with me. Luckily, like I was talking about this earlier, like off the podcast, but like how I was saying earlier that I'm really grateful that like my job is still like
profitable,
paying me, and we're still making money.
Yeah,
like my boss said that we're like still up in sales, at least in Sam's Club, but I don't know about the rest of the country. But
same, because
in terms of that, like
I literally just worked a 5-day week, and I normally only work 4, and so I'm making way more because I worked over the 40 hours. So
do they pay
we have business. Yeah. It's time and a half.
What? Yeah, overtime. You don't have overtime over there in Canada?
No, we do.
Well, for me, overtime hits if I pass 10 hours out a day. So if I go past the 10-hour mark on a day, it automatically starts giving me overtime.
But yeah, because you work 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're working more than 10 hours, a day, then you're working more than 40
And
hours.
like at least half of my day is just driving from one place to the other. It's not even the actual stop.
I mean, at least you don't gotta interact with that many people.
No, and I get to enjoy lovely podcasts like ours.
Yeah, that's true. You were listening to our podcast before you came on.
Yes.
Before you became a regular host.
Yes.
But anyways, moving on to crap. What was the next thing? I just talked about this earlier, but I think it was this. I don't know. What was it, Bob? Okay, so we covered, GameStop and their dumb things. The throttling speeds. Oh yeah, I forgot. Now I remembered because I'm looking right at his beautiful face right here on the Discord.
Yeah.
So, recently, if you guys haven't heard, basically Nadeshot lost his shit and called out Infinity Ward for having skill-based matchmaking in Warzone. He specifically said Warzone, but then he went on just to say Call of Duty in general.
BRs too. Just BRs in general too.
Yeah, but like, do you guys know what skill-based matchmaking is?
Oh yeah.
Do you know, Buck? Okay, because we had a member earlier that didn't know what. Well, he knew what skill-based matchmaking was, but he didn't know the abbreviation. But anyways, those of you guys who don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, it's basically like we still okay. Anyways, no. So basically, skill-based matchmaking. I just saw Bob get up, and I saw the bottom of his onesie. Oh my god! Oh yeah. Let me try to get back onto this.
This man.
Basically, what skill-based matchmaking is, it's the better you do in the game, the you're getting paired up against players of the similar skill level. So when the game first comes out, you're wrecking kids. The first, say, 2 weeks, you're dropping 40 plus kill games on Call of Duty. Specifically on Modern Warfare, since it's the most recent one. And then 2 weeks later, you start getting into like other lobbies, and you see people are like, they're sweating basically sweating their balls off.
Yeah.
And it's like a freaking esports game every single time. Like this, the grand finals for Call of Duty, the Call of Duty World League or CDL or whatever it's fucking called at this point.
Yeah.
And basically, Nadeshot that's what Nadeshot was saying the other day on Twitter. Well, in general, when he lost his shit, that every game that he gets into Warzone, he feels like he's playing against people that are like a lot better than him.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep in mind that Nadeshot was he was a Call of Duty pro back in the day.
Yeah.
So he's not bad at the game, like at all. Like he's good. He might be a little rusty, on PC or on console, but he's not bad at all. And some of his points that he had were like, they don't have like a separate ranked mode or anything to show like, your skill. They just have this skill-based matchmaking. And then that's also another reason why, like, sometimes the connection feels like it's absolutely dog shit, because you're getting paired up with people that are around similar skill level, but their internet connection might not be the greatest. So you're lagging left and right, and that might contribute to them, doing better, and you doing shit.
Sometimes it's not even based off of their skill. Sometimes it's just sitting in a corner with the best weapon in the game, so that when somebody comes in, they're just ready for you.
Yeah, Call of Duty has become like really campy, to be completely honest. Yeah. It's not necessarily in Modern Warfare. Like, Modern Warfare has a lot to contribute to it, just due to the fact that the map designs are absolutely trash.
Yeah.
But like, even it's just the new generation of Call of Duty players. Like, a lot of these Call of Duty players, like, I grew up, my very first Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2. There was no skill-based matchmaking in that. It was player-to-player matchmaking. So basically, you're playing off of one person's connection for the rest of the lobby. So that's why there was like the host migrations.
Wasn't great either, but it was better than what's currently going on.
Well, at least you had like a somewhat decent connection. And then if you had a bad connection, you always blamed it on the host, which a lot of the times it was, you know, it was true. Because they would always give the host, the person with a bad connection, host.
Well, they would always give the person closest to the original server the host. And for some reason, that was always somebody with a bad connection. Because for some reason, their fucking servers are in the middle of goddamn nowhere.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was playing Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, I was playing like on a 1 upload speed or 1 download speed, and maybe like a 0.5 upload.
I had better than that. I had a
so like
I had a 15 and a 5.
Yeah, I remember like back in the day. I don't know what my speeds were back then.
Ooh, I remember playing Halo on a dial-up modem. Because I'm old.
Oh god, yeah, the one that would like give all the like the really loud noises. Yeah, when you start it up.
Yep, you go. Yeah, playing fucking the original Halo on Xbox Live when it first came out.
Yeah, I remember Xbox Live. I never had it. I had an Xbox, but I knew that we needed internet, and I didn't know how internet worked back then. I thought that if you wanted Wi-Fi, you would go to your internet service provider and tell them like install Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
at your house.
No,
I didn't realize it was a router that gave off the Wi-Fi. So that just shows like I went from being like internet dumb to being less internet dumb, because I'm still pretty internet dumb, but at least I know how my stuff works.
Yeah.
But basically, what happened was when we first got our computer back in 2006, I still remember 2006 was when we got our very first computer. It was a Dell something. And it was a Dell something. I don't remember the exact model. It was a Dell something, and I remember that it had Windows Vista on it. So we got the internet, and then apparently at the time, Cox was like, the internet service provider to go to. So we went to them and we told them we want the best internet. We want like the fastest that they offer. So we got that. But at the time, I don't know what it was, to be completely honest, because speeds have changed over the fucking 14 years since I got my first computer. And so one time we went to go pay our bill, and the lady there was talking to my dad, and they're basically telling us that, yeah, you guys have like business grade internet. Like, you guys don't need that kind of internet at home. Like, what are you guys doing? And like at the time I was 10. Yeah, I was like 10, 11, something like that. So I didn't know. I didn't talk. Now I do all the talking and all that. But, my dad's like, oh, really? I didn't know that we had that kind of internet. He's like, yeah, you're right. We don't need that fast of internet. Yeah, slow it down. And I think they slowed us down to the 1 megabyte, to be completely honest.
God.
the 1 megabit download speed. And then at the time, if I didn't realize how to connect to the internet on your console. So for the longest time, we just had the modem, and then the modem was directly connected to the computer, to the PC.
I mean, that's the way I like Ethernet. To do it anyways.
So, well, yeah, we didn't know. I didn't know what the fuck a router was or anything like that.
Loser.
But basically, I went for the longest time without playing online. I got a PS3, I got GTA 4, and I got Metal Gear. And then one time I decided, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to try connecting to the internet. My dumbass gets an Ethernet cable and connects it to my surge protector, to the little, the surge protector's Ethernet port.
Ooh, okay.
And then I'm like, okay, this doesn't work. So I go like another 3 years without playing online. And then Modern Warfare 2 comes out. So I'm like, okay, cool. I got the new Call of Duty. Fuck it, I'm down. I play through the campaign, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna try this. I looked up all these YouTube tutorials on like how to play online and all that, because I didn't know how to connect my PS3 online until I finally figured out, like, oh, you connect the Ethernet port from the modem into your console to play.
Yep.
So I'm like, I do that one time. I disconnected from my computer and I connected into my PS3, and I'm like, fuck. Like, what am I gonna do now? I'm like, oh shit, I can play Call of Duty online. I'm like, fuck it, dude. I was a scrub. I was a noob. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I met people online, and then I met, I met Aeon, basically. I met Aeon through one of our other buddies at the time. And basically, he was a YouTuber, and he's like, yo, Pina, go watch a video. I'm like, bruh, I can't watch one of your videos right now. He's like, why the fuck not? He's like, and I'm like, well, if I want to go watch a video on my computer, I gotta stop playing on PS3. So I gotta go disconnect the Ethernet cable from my PS3 and plug it in my computer. And he's like, what the fuck? You don't have a router? I'm like, yeah, it's a router. I'm like, what's a router? And then he explained it to me. So then that same Christmas, it was like, not even that same Christmas, because I got Modern Warfare 2 for Christmas. And, oh wait, no. It wasn't, yeah, I went a full year on Modern Warfare 2 on playing just on a modem connection. I remember it was Black Ops 1, when Black Ops 1 came out, when I finally got my router.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a literal fucking game changer for me, to be completely honest.
And
I remember playing those games like all day, every day. I was no lifing it. I was like at the top of my game. I probably honestly peaked in Black Ops 2. You know, but it was like one of the most enjoyable experiences. Like, even though Modern Warfare 2 like pissed me off as much as it did, luckily I didn't break any controllers like some other people did, but you know, it was good. And I learned the hard way by, you know, to get good at the game was basically getting shitted on. And basically this whole entire story was kind of, you know, looping back around to the whole skill-based matchmaking, where like developers are basically holding people's hands right now for this shit. You know, if you're doing bad in Call of Duty, they're gonna pair you up against people that are shit too, so that way you feel like you're doing decent when you're actually fucking trash at the game. And I think that's what's killing the game and killing other games.
You wouldn't be wrong.
I don't know, like, what are some other games that have skill-based matchmaking in them besides Call of Duty?
All of them.
I can't really think of any.
All of them.
There
Really?
probably are some, but I just can't think of them off the top of my head right now.
Well, look at Fortnite.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at what they've done with Chapter 2. You know, they added in bots. And I'm not going to say that I'm good at the game. I'm absolutely trash at the game. I played it a little bit. I couldn't get the hang of building, so I gave up on the game because I didn't like it, because I was bad at building. So I stopped playing it. Went back in Chapter 2, and I played it a couple times with you, Rel.
Yeah.
And like, there's bots in the game.
Literal
like,
bots.
And I'm like, they would just walk right by me. They would like stand there as I shoot them and not do anything. I'm like, what the fuck? Is this dude AFK or what? And then I'd later come to find out, like, there's literal bots in the game for people that are bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like, when I killed him, it kind of made me feel good, but at the same time, I'm like, well,
That's just a bot.
you know, it doesn't make me. Yeah, it's just like, it's just a bot. I'm not getting any better if I'm playing against bots. You know, it's like with like Smash, for example. You know, I've only gotten decent at the game because I got my shit pushed in. You know, fucking Seabass took his fist and he's just like, ugh!
Fisted you, bud.
Right. He did. It felt bad. Felt very awful.
Do better.
But basically the point that I'm trying to make is, should there be skill-based matchmaking in any game? Not just Call of Duty, but just any game in general.
I'd say yes, but only if it's a separate playlist. Like, if it's just in the game, no. Separate it out into a different playlist where it's skill-based. Make it a ranked playlist. Make it where there's some reason for you to be able to show off your skill, sweat against people. And then if you're like me and you just want to casually try and get your fucking camos done like in Call of Duty, you just fucking give me people who are garbage so I can just hang around, dick around, play with all the shit that doesn't work in like competitive modes. Garbage ass guns like the fucking pistols. Like, give me somewhere where I can just dick around. So
I don't know. What about you, Bob? What do you think?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I know.
are you agreeing with me?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with doing just like, you know, a ranked type thing there, and then maybe doing a casual, just how you, you know, casual for just, you know, people who want to just, you know, play the game, dig around, you know. Don't do it for just trying to, you know, get your skill up, but just, you know, have a fun game with friends. And of course, you know, then ranked right there on the side, where if you want to get better, if you want to try to, you know, be the best, do that.
There ever was.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
with
Like
the
no
way
one
that
ever was.
with the way that skill-based matchmaking currently is, you're basically playing ranked but no reward.
Yeah.
And that's one of the points that Nate Shot was making.
Your reward is winning.
No, okay, yeah, like I get it. You win, you feel good, but that's it. Obviously you level up in game. You get your level ups and your weapon XP and all that stuff. But that's in any game mode that you can do or you can play in. But when you do ranked, and there's really nothing. I mean, like when you do skill based matchmaking, you don't get anything that shows off your skill.
Yeah.
You come into this lobby and it doesn't show like, oh shit, this guy is like top 100 in the world. Like Nate Shot talked about how Halo 2 did it. I don't know if you did this, if you noticed this, Rel, but because I didn't play Halo 2 during its prime, unfortunately. But basically, what he said was during Halo 2, it would show the rank that he was at, then it would say like, yo, you're better than all these people. This is where you're at, and you're better than all these people below you.
Oh yeah.
But then there's all these other people above you where you could potentially be at.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a good like reward system too. It's like, you put in your hundreds of hours of game time into the game to get good at it, and then you can see like where your skill level is at. Kind of how like Overwatch does it.
Yeah,
with,
it was kind of like
placements.
that.
I don't know if that's how they currently do it, because I haven't fucking
No, it's not.
done Overwatch in forever. Oh yeah, talking about Overwatch, does that have a skill based matchmaking?
No, not really. It's split up into the ranked system, so your skill in casuals doesn't really reflect at all. You don't get paired up with people of similar skill. You just get paired up with people who have similar connections.
Okay. I think I was just thinking about this like on the fly. That ranked modes should have some form of skill based matchmaking in it. So that way people that can like stop smurfing too. 'Cause that's a big problem in Rainbow. From what I've seen, it's like Smurf accounts. You get like your plats, your high plats, deranking on a separate count.
Like me.
And going into like, yeah.
But wouldn't that need to be an ISP version of skill-based matchmaking? Or would they reflect it off of
I think
off
it'd
of
be
your
based
previous
off the stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on the previous account, but I'm saying like
Previous.
you've seen like the Smurf accounts on Rainbow that when we play against them in the silver ranks when we're unfortunately there.
Yeah.
Like supposedly they're silver, but yet, like at least 2-3 people on their team are going like 8-3, and fucking winning on these, 1v5s or fucking acing or whatever. I think they should look into that for like all accounts. So that way, like, oh, this dude is doing like, he has a high KD, he has a pretty high win-loss ratio, let's take that into consideration along with the rank that he's at.
Yeah.
And I think Rainbow only does the ranking right now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, but you can't quote me on that.
Because like, I've been placed in silver for the past 2 seasons.
That's
I haven't
just
done
you.
my. Well, yeah, I'm not. But I feel like I'm a solid gold though.
Check out though.
Who hurt you?
Yeah, but when you do your placement matches, it takes all of your previous seasons and bases it off of that.
I know, and that's the problem that I've been having with Rainbow recently. It's like, I get at the end of the season, I'm stuck in silver because I'm trying to climb up to gold. And I can't because I get paired up with all these teammates that are like literal silvers, and
Like
they don't know how to play ranked properly. Bob, a solid platinum, thank you.
As if you just said, I'm a solid gold,
I don't know what you're talking about. I said I was a solid diamond at this point.
As if.
I'm definitely a solid diamond.
I was diamond once.
I'm a solid diamond.
I was a good bitch.
Because diamonds shine forever, right?
Yep, diamonds are forever.
Your room's dark as fuck. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's true. But anyways,
Shiny.
in leagues, you play a lot of League, Bob. Like, how do they do the ranking system in that?
Yes. Yeah, I think they actually kind of do like slightly skill based, but not like hardcore. Because like it takes a lot of matches just to get past a certain rank.
Yeah, because
think
of the way
it
they do
works. I think the way it works is like you kind of get like number 1. Here, just wait. Here, say like somebody's bronze, like technically bronze, whatever, bronze 1, and if they want to get into silver, they're gonna have to play a bunch of games. But when they're on their first position, like when they're on the first position in like their division, there's different divisions in those, like in those separate like bronzes, like bronze 1s. There's like different divisions in them, I think. And then so when you get to number 1 right there, you have to do like these different like 5 or 4 matches right there in order to get into silver. So like it tries to, I don't know, it's a little bit skill based, but like.
So there's like, say like there's a bronze 3 and a bronze 2, like in a bronze 1, and then each one of those there's like little subdivisions.
Yeah, little subdivisions in them, and you have to try to get to number 1, and then in order to get to it, in order to pass number 1 to get to the next one, you're gonna do like these kind of like 4 special matches or so.
Okay, so it's not like Rainbow where you have like your bronze 3 and your bronze 2 and your bronze 1, and then you just like you win your matches and you go up to like bronze 2 and then you go up to bronze 1. It's like there's little subdivisions in each one that you have to go up to. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm following along. Carry on.
No, that's just about it. and of course it gets harder when you get out because those people are really good. Like they're really good. They know how to team comp. They know how to exactly like, play against the person they're trying to play against. What's best against that. Everything just it's hard.
Yeah, I've been playing. Well, I haven't played recently in the past like 2 weeks because I've been playing a lot of
way to go.
Animal Crossing this past week. But I started dabbling a little bit into League of Legends, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm fucking trash at that game. Yeah, I get destroyed by bots. That's the reason why I didn't really want to play that game to begin with, because I got shitted on by bots. But like, you think with Valorant coming out, because Valorant is gonna be the next big shooter that everybody's most likely gonna be playing. You think they're gonna do like a similar ranking system in that, where there's some form of skill-based matchmaking for the rank, but then for casual, it's just, based off a connection? Or is it, how do you think they're going to do the whole connection type in Valorant? Because I think that's going to be...
Isn't it by the same people who do League?
Yeah.
Then it's probably going to be the same way they do League.
And I think that actually be really game changing, to be completely honest.
Yes. I was wondering what this game was.
But not necessarily because they do League, but then at the same time, like you learn a ranking system in one game, then you can go to another game and it's like the same rankings, the same type of ranking system. That way you don't have to relearn like new things. Because like in Overwatch, you do like 6 placements, 5 placements, and then you're ranked. Then after that, I don't know how the ranking works after that. I don't know what it's based off of. Rainbow, you do 10 placements and then you're ranked, and then the more games you play, the less points you get. So the longer it takes to rank up, and you have to keep winning. So if they keep a similar ranking system from League into Valorant, I think a lot of people can transition a lot more easier.
Yeah.
And at least, like, I think a really cool way to, like, show off that you're high rank would be, like, skins. Like, exclusive skins to certain ranks.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good. But then you got your people that will carry other people. Not, like, you'll have your really high tier players. Yeah. There you go, boosters. That's what it's called. I don't know. I really hope the boosting isn't really a big issue.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I'm really excited for Valorant. It looks amazing. And then if they can get it to basically work on any PC, I think they'll have it. I think it'll be a good game.
We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, it's in what, alpha or beta right now?
I don't know. They were supposed to do like a some type of reveal event a couple weeks ago with like a bunch of influencers, but that whole thing got canceled because of Corona.
Here, wait. Yeah, for that league thing though, I was close, but still slightly off. Yeah, the way it works is there is divisions in the thing, of course, again. But what you do is you have to keep playing, and when you win, you get league points, and which is called LP for short, right there. And then when you're beaten, you lose league points or LP, whatever. Yeah, and then once you reach 100 LP, that's when you're put in this position in order to, or that's when the player enters a promotion series, which you do in order to try to get to the next division.
So it's like a promotion match, right?
Yeah, the promotion match, that's what it is. And so,
and then if you lose it, you just go back down to where you previously were, or?
I think you might have to build up 100 again, or rather maybe you're just brought down to...
Okay. Because I was just thinking, like...
Oh, yeah, you need to get... If you lose if you lose that little series right there to get promoted, then you'll just have to try to get 100 LP again.
You guys think there's skill-based matchmaking just to keep the casuals interested in the game?
In what?
I don't know.
In just any game?
Maybe, but it promotes camping in games like Call of Duty.
True.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The point that I was trying to make with my story earlier with Call of Duty, I completely forgot, was like the new generation of Call of Duty players are just a bunch of campers.
Like you?
Because I remember playing the remastered, the COD 4 remastered, and it's just like a straight camp fest now. Back in the day, it was just like everybody was running around, and not quick scoping. They were using like the actual guns. Now everybody just goes for clips, which is really annoying. But yeah, you're right, Ro. I think that also promotes a lot of camping and skill-based matchmaking, because you get teamed up against people that are fucking sweating their balls off, and you don't want to get shitted on, so then you're just gonna hide.
Yeah.
I always sweat.
It's bad.
I'm a sweaty.
I mean, I sweat too, just not in my balls. I keep those, fresh.
All right, enough of that.
What do you mean, Bob? You don't?
Never.
This guy. You're over here wearing a dog onesie.
I'm cold as hell. What you mean? I ain't sweating.
I'm still cold.
What you mean? I have a heat. Okay, I turned off my heater. I was gonna say I have a heater turned on right next to me. But anyways, the next thing that.
All right, that's it for the podcast, guys. Thanks for watching. Check it out.
Basically, another thing that we had on our minds was the whole Apex.
We had this on our minds since when? When
was
was this?
just
when?
me.
By we, I mean Rel.
I do a lot of reading.
So basically, can you tell us a little bit about it, Rel?
Oh, so currently right now in Apex Legends, the whole reviving thing is kind of a killer on time, and where speed and time are really important in that game. Well, apparently if your teammate's running Octane and he uses his jump pad, which is his, I believe, his ult, right? I don't know. I don't play that guy.
Yeah, it's his ult.
As the downed player, you can go crawl over to it and start jumping up and down on it, and your teammate will be able to revive you by skipping the revive animation, so you'll just instantly be back up on your feet and off and running again.
I love it.
I mean, is it game breaking?
A little bit. Just because, like, if you're the other team who's down that person and their teammate instant revives them, they've automatically got another teammate back up to help them in the fight.
Yeah, that's true, because normally rezzing somebody would take
4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah, like 4 or 5 seconds, and then you got to take into consideration
putting the shield back on.
That's shooting at you. Well, yeah, if you're the medic, you don't really have to worry about the.
Yeah, I understand that, but like downing somebody and having the time to push them in that 4 to 5 seconds is really important, just because of the pure fact that in that 4 to 5 seconds you can make it there, kill that other teammate, and wipe the team before they even have a chance to revive them. But now it's just like an instant revive, and that person's back up and in the fight.
Well, all I'm glad is I don't play that game too often.
Wow.
I don't play that.
So I don't
really play that game at all anymore. I've been so obsessed with playing Call of Duty Warzone that I have lost all my skill in any other game.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. As much as Warzone makes me rage, I still enjoy it.
Let's play it after this.
Right, bub?
I just wish you guys would get better.
Wow.
What do you mean?
I'm carrying you with
pineapple.
like 11, 12 kills. Like, what the fuck?
Okay,
What you mean?
That was just one game, okay?
I'm still like double your kills every single game. What are you fucking talking about?
Kill
That was
steals.
just one. Okay.
Yeah,
you
this is
steal
real.
A bunch of kills.
I
What do you
can't
mean?
kill steal in the game anymore. They patched
Yeah.
that out. Did
Steal
you not read
kills,
the
yeah.
notes?
Yeah,
No.
I mean when I got a guy right there, ready to be killed. I see a stray bullet from rail side taking him from me.
Okay, so like that time you ran out the front door where I marked all those guys and got instantly melted.
I don't know what you're talking about. Because I
And then
actually
I
don't know
just
what you're
killed the
talking
entire
about.
team.
Which one?
We were in that fucking triangle building, and I was like on the recon drone. I marked the entire squad of 3. Like, all right, I'm gonna go get around behind them. Ran out the front door where they were at and got fucking melted.
I remember that. It was like one of the final circles.
And then what?
I remember
and then
that.
what did I do? I fucking destroyed them.
Yeah, I remember that because we're like near a gas station, and Bob died, and then I died to the zone. I think it was to the zone or to somebody, and
There's
then
a lot
Rail
of
picked
games
me
that
up
as
just
well.
in time, and then I still died anyways. But I do remember that Bob just ran out the front door and just.
This is entirely why you guys need to run throwing knives with me.
What does throwing knives have to do with anything?
It's just the best option for killing people who are downed.
Yeah, I can't remember it. So I'm trying to remember it.
Yeah, I'll miss. You could just go check out my stream highlights.
Yeah, check out his stream highlights. Watch Bob be stupid. It happens every once in a while. It's not a constant thing, but it happens. Same here though. I'm dumb sometimes too.
What are you doing now, Bob?
Sorry, I was just talking to my brother right there.
Oh, you could have brought him onto the podcast and be like, "Hey, yo, brother, this is the podcast that
I
I
think he
do.
was.
This is why I
Hey,
met you."
brother.
I'm like, he'd be like, "Yeah, this is the reason why I have this bed sheet
Brother.
behind me."
I don't know.
But anyways, with Warzone, I completely forgot about this earlier. They had a new update
Yes.
for Warzone.
Yes.
No,
They added in a couple new weapons
Mm.
for Warzone.
they did.
I said a couple, and by a couple I mean like I think 4.
2. Check out.
Yes.
We'll say they're new. Let's not say they're in the base game and they just got
Warzone.
Yeah. That's a better way to put it.
Warzone. So they added in basically the double barrel shotgun.
Is it?
That's literally a sniper. It still is a sniper.
It is. What I didn't see
While
that.
hip firing. I mean, it still basically is. Like,
Oh, no.
have you not used it in the Gulag?
No, I mean yeah, but
No.
I was really close.
Do you not? Okay. Well,
Never
basically,
tried
I've
far.
shot people like. So you know how the map is like long and then it's like short, like horizontally.
like
It's,
every other
long
map,
vertically, I
long
guess.
but short horizontally.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyways, you know what I mean. I basically shot the dude, hip fired a guy across the map. It was the short way, so it wasn't like all the way on the other end. But I hip fired him across the map and 2-shot at him with the double barrel shotgun in the Gulag. That's the only reason why I won that match, that Gulag match. If not, I would have probably have died. But basically, they added in the double barrel shotgun, 2 marksman rifles, and
Mhm.
a deagle.
Oh yeah, I
Where's
saw
the
that too.
Deagle's best pistol?
It is because you can one-shot people in the head, which is absolutely great. I love that. It's the only reason why I win the Gulags with the Deagle. Because I just hip fire.
Yeah.
Apparently, hip firing is more accurate than ADS.
It is.
ADSing.
Yeah, it is for some stupid reason.
And a throwing knife.
Yes.
Yeah, and the throwing knife.
Best thing ever.
So, I'm reading the patch notes right now, and I didn't know about this one. Players who disconnect in Last Stand will now drop their items when leaving the game.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be awarded the kill.
You'll get the kill too.
Mm-hmm.
You should get told
Like, when-
that they
wait.
left the game or something.
Wait, is this patch
Or,
on
like,
right
feel
now?
confirmed for.
Players will now get a kill when
Yes.
someone is down that disconnects from the game.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the update from last night, Bob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Remember when we got on last night and you're like, "Hey, yo, buds, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. I gotta go I gotta go update the game."
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I've had a couple of people like I down them and then they just instantly leave before I can even finish the game.
Yo, girl, the
Before I could
patch
even
notes just
finish them
came
off.
in. You ready?
Like, "Ew, girl, patch notes."
I think the biggest changes have to be the fact that they increased the loadout drop by to $8,500.
That's been throwing me off. That threw me off yesterday when we were playing.
Bitch.
It's so
I'm like-
expensive.
Well, it's good. It
Yeah.
needs to be that expensive.
Yeah, you were always $100 off while giving us the money.
I know. Well, I thought it was 8,000.
No.
Remember? So I'd give you enough for 84.
The other thing that's good is that they tuned close-up shotgun damage, so like a single shotgun blast won't down you if you have full armor unless they're using stopping power.
I guess that's good because then the armor makes
Yeah,
sense.
it takes 2 shots, but
Yeah, I see that. Tune close-up shotgun damage to prevent a single shotgun blast from downing a fully armored player.
and stopping power can still make it happen. So if you have stopping power,
Apparently, they also added in Warzone-specific controller button layouts.
yeah,
So they have the bumper ping and bumper ping flipped layouts will allow those playing Warzone with a controller to use the ping feature more efficiently.
yeah.
People,
People
the ping feature is still broken. As
people
shit.
who are using controller were just having a real hard time.
I mean, it's still broken in general. I'm over here trying to ping something for you guys, and it's fucking marking enemy
Well,
instead of the weapon.
that's not the problem. It's just the ping wouldn't go off at all with controller. And a lot of people on PC have switched to controller for Warzone because fucking aim assist is a thing.
I remember back in the day when the PC enthusiasts were saying that PC is better because they got better aim. Now they're saying that consoles. Now everybody's switching over to controller because of the aim assist.
Of course.
Yep.
That's why I'm doing it too.
They're losing their skill, fam.
Well, it's more because they've got all these people who are coming over from console and are like, oh, we want our aim assist because it makes us gods.
Well, it gives them a chance against PC players, to be
Yeah.
really honest.
But
There's been times where I've flicked on people and it looks like I had aimbot.
But the biggest problem with that is
Like,
the
once
fact
in your
that the aim assist is so intense that it's like it basically turns it into aimbot. Because you'll just aim down sights and it'll immediately snap onto somebody's head. Not the chest, the head.
I've also had issues where like people are so far away on my screen at least that I can't see them, but yet they can still see me perfectly fine.
Yeah, there's certain settings you need to tweak for Warzone to be able to see further.
I have everything like
No, I'll send you a link to the specific
Okay.
settings.
so because we were playing Warzone the other day. It was me, Bob, and Aeon, and I was the last one alive, and Aeon was spectating me, and I was at the farmland, and I just get domed straight in the head, and Aeon was spectating me. He's like, "He's right in front of you," and then I'm like, "Huh? I didn't see anybody." So then he went to my Twitch, to my
You
to my
blind.
stream and clipped it, and then he's like, "Oh shit, yeah, you really didn't see anybody on your screen. What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I didn't fucking see anybody." So I don't know if it's because of my settings or because of spectating mode or
There you go.
what.
I just sent you the stuff.
They still need to fix the fucking game in general. Still broken as shit.
Yep.
Poorly optimized. Hey, best settings, best PC settings to use right now. I don't know. You're a big multiplayer dude, Ral.
No.
On Call of Duty?
Multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did they add in with this patch?
Nothing
Multiplayer?
really.
No, they didn't fix anything.
No.
I think it's just maps, right?
Yeah, then
They
added,
added
like,
in a
map.
new map. It's not great.
And they
I mean, none of the maps are really great in that game.
they
They
added a
fixed
new
things
gun.
with like tactical insertions, clipping through walls and stuff.
Oh, they added attack inserts?
Yeah. They increased the travel time of the crossbow so it can kill at longer distances.
Nice.
I don't like the crossbow.
Wow.
I don't like the crossbow at all. Takes too long to reload. Absolutely garbage.
So yeah, they didn't really do a lot.
Yeah, they just fixed a couple things. Stun grenades are now less intense on PC.
Yeah, that was a real problem, especially in multiplayer. People would just spam the shit out of stun grenades, and you couldn't move at all. You would be literally
they
just stuck in
last
place.
forever too.
Yeah, they still last forever, but you can actually move now.
Several fixes to prevent crashes and improve stability.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still pretty shit to be completely honest. Like, I'm running a pretty good build for my PC, and like my computer still struggles to fucking run it.
so
I'm surprised Bob can even run it.
Wow.
yeah, so for the most part, it's not that bad.
What do you mean, wow, Bob?
What do you mean? It runs
What do
smooth.
you mean? What I mean?
Smooth. It's like
How
a
smooth?
new car, and that just purr right there when you turn it on. Oh, that's how it runs. That's how it runs. You got nothing on me, bitch. All right. We've already been an hour on this. I think we should call it.
This guy.
Call an end.
Yes.
Yes, I would call this the end.
Yes. The end.
All right, but yeah, thanks for hanging out, my dudes. I'm basically saying like this is I don't know. I'm used to doing my stream, my stream, goodbyes. So I'm basically gonna do the same thing here on the podcast. I don't know. I'm kidding. But anyways, this is the end of the podcast, guys. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. We all love you. It's been a good episode. I feel like this was a good episode.
Terrible episode.
We just need to get we need to get more deeper into our feelings.
Deeper feelings.
Don't do that ever again.
He sounded like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
What
don't
do you
do that
mean?
over again. They give me a weird boner. I don't like it.
Deeper feelings.
Stop it.
Goodbye, everybody.
I dig it. But yeah, thanks for listening, my guys. Those guys who are on YouTube, thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Comment down below anything that you guys want to ask us. We're still figuring this stuff out. So let us know if you guys are interested in having like community nights where we all get together. We all hang out, we drink, and we have fun. Let us know. That'd be fun to do. But it's your host Pineapple with Rel and Bob. Everybody else that didn't make it. Hope to see you again on the next episode. Seabass, we still love you. We still remember you. Hope you're having fun at work.
We're not plugging your Twitch.
We're plugging my Twitch. Twitch.tv/simply_pineapple. Go give me all your Twitch Prime subs, please.
Twitch.tv/Seabass.
This guy over here.
You didn't even say his full name, so he's not getting it.
It's okay. We still love you, Seabass. Love you, Boo Boo. All right, this is the end of the episode. You guys stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't listen to the president because he's an idiot. And
Oh yeah,
we'll catch.
and
Interact with
follow
everybody.
the CDC's ruling of no rimming. Bad for you.
We'll talk about that on the next one. You guys have a good night. And we'll catch you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.